Hello. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 0042688A State versus Lori Valdez. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galley for the state.
John Robertson from Ms. Valdez.
And are you Ms. Valdez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications
Application,
for probation or anything?
defer, Your Honor.
Okay, let me.
Let's look that one.
Did you file one?
I thought I did.
I don't see one. All right. Thank you. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney. Okay, thank you. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call them the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Valdez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there should be a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 005187. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then and outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, no contact with Cherry Cooper, DiMaggio Hernandez, Karina Rodriguez. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right, you're gonna need to keep your voice up so that I can
No
hear.
contest.
State, any evidence?
The offer states one of attachment.
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, so the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we'd ask the court to follow the agreement. Ms. Valdez has had some time to reflect on what's been going on and especially on some of the associates she's been hanging out with. She wants to move in a positive direction. I think she will.
How many children do you have?
I have
What are their ages?
14, 8, 6, 5, and 1.
And who are they with now?
3 are with my mother and 2 are adopted out.
And I'm assuming the ones that were adopted, is that the 5 and 1 year old?
Yes.
You know, I always tell parents that CPS will separate children. And everyone always wants the youngest child. They always want the 1 year old, the infant, because they're like, I'll be able to, mold this child.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about any negative impacts the person that I'm adopting this child may have had on the child. So how often have you been using?
I don't anymore. I haven't since I've been in jail, but before that I was off and on for about 5 years.
And how often were you using?
Not that often. I was smoking marijuana mostly.
And
but-
what else?
and meth here and there, but it was with the boy that I was with, which we are no longer together. It had been about a year, but.
Okay, so here's the thing, you can't blame anyone
No, I know.
else for your drug use unless they're holding you down and forcing you to
No.
take drugs.
No, I know that.
And obviously it had to be bad for CPS to take your children.
CPS hasn't been involved for about 4 or 5 years.
Mhm.
So it's just been off and on since then.
How far did you go in school?
I dropped out in 9th grade.
Why?
I wanted to work. I thought at the time making money was more important. Which I
And where are
should've-
parents just letting children drop out of school at 9th grade? So if you're released today, who would you be living with?
I'm gonna go home to mom.
Does mom want you there?
She would allow me to, yeah.
Well, no, not, would she allow you? Does she want you there?
She would.
Did you ask her?
I haven't spoken with her since I've been arrested, but I'm more than sure she would.
So we don't know. So here's the problem I have with you living there. So she's been taking care of the 14-year-old, the 8-year-old and 6-year-old. And for all intents and purposes, she's been the grandparent and the parent. And sometimes parents will come into a house and then they want to be happy mom and act as though they've been raising the children and they haven't. So you need to ask your mother's permission.
I have dad also.
I'm sorry?
I have my dad also, if that were the case.
That would be probably best for you to live with him
Mhm.
because you can't just drop in and out of your children's lives. That's not good for them. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. In custody, I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then we'll do a TAP evaluation out of custody, 120 sober meetings in 120 days, proof of employment within 40 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. No residing in locations with minors. And that's just until further notice. Once she does certain things, then I'll change that most likely. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 of those hours will be deemed satisfied after you completed the parenting classes. The remaining 100 hours, you can use that to get your trade school certificate or obtain your GED or some higher level education. That's completely your choice. Otherwise, you can do the community service hours. I always tell people, do something to better yourself because it's going to get hot in San Antonio and they're going to make you pick up trash outside. You understand?
Yes, thank you.
So that's GED or higher level of education or trade school certificate. There's to be no contact with the following persons. Sherry Cooper, Sherry Cooper. DiMaggio, Dimaggio Hernandez. Corina, Corinna Rodriguez. Joseph Eric, Eric Davila. Jeremy Joe Alcaraz. Field visits one time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Either you're going to be a great mom for your children or you're not. Don't do this thing where you're in and out of their life, making bad choices because it impacts them whether you see it or not. And you don't want the circle to be completed where they end up using drugs or they end up in situations that you are. And you understand? And this court to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you feel as though you're going to use, if you feel you need help with something, let them know. If you feel as though they are not helping you, then you can always come back to court and we will see what we can do. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more crazy court hearings like this one.